Okay, greetings. In this video, I want to talk about Kundalini life force and relationships. So, a relationship with another person is very much like a relationship with yourself. I know you've heard this in a lot of ways, but alchemically speaking, what happens internally with our Kundalini during awakening and the merging of opposites that must occur in order for Kundalini to go from these two opposing poles within us, the magnetic electrical, the sympathetic parasympathetic, that work in consort with each other, but truly Ida and Pingala, the opposing nadis of the solar and lunar forces, which we also refer to as masculine and feminine. These must merge in the inner marriage, the inner union at the third eye. That's what Kundalini is all about doing. So once it has this inner union, this inner marriage, this alchemy takes place, which transforms the person, transforms one's consciousness, and now one is coming from a place of wholeness. Okay, so in relationship, hopefully, not always, but hopefully we have two whole people that are working together. Now, this is rarely the case because not many have really achieved the state of full awakening and the merging of Kundalini at the third eye. So we're not assuming in a relationship that's already happened, but we are knowing, or we're trying to know, attempting to know that that is what's going on for both people. This is how I like to say we're witnessing each other's self-realization journey. We're witnessing the awakening journey of our partner. And in many ways, it's mirroring our own journey. Now, their stories are going to be unique to them, the things that brought them to this particular juncture. But they have attracted you, and you have attracted them because there is some similarities. There's some perfect nuances in your both of your journey that reflect and mirror so that you may have the fulfillment of this Kundalini awakening. But then there is the entity of the relationship. And the relationship itself has an awakening process. It has a Kundalini, if you will. It has a life of its own. You've heard that the relationship is its own entity, and this is true. This is true. So what's cool is in a traditional relationship, you have man and woman, or masculine, feminine, and this makes it easier to see these dynamics at play, even though you're kind of passing back and forth masculine and feminine dynamics. So this works out in any sort of gendered relationship. You can see there's a masculine and a feminine component, but in your traditional unit, you have masculine, feminine, trying to come together. And it sometimes feels like Mars and Venus, opposite ways of doing things and thinking, because you are very different. You are, in fact, opposing poles of consciousness. The goal is to alchemize. The goal is to bring these together and find where they can be together, where they can dance together, where passive and aggressive can coexist. And so it will be in different areas of the relationship that you find that one person is more dominant and one is more receptive. So it might be that in the bedroom, or it might be that in the bedroom sometimes, and other times it's the other way. Maybe one of you is the provider and the other one is caretaking the home, or that changes back and forth. One of you makes dinner, one of you eats the dinner. There's different nuances in the relationship where it's going to be different. And so the goal is to honor both poles. We're not trying to make the partner like us. We're trying to honor how they're different from us so the alchemy can occur. This is often where the challenges arise, because we might butt heads, and instead of seeing the value in where the other person is shining, we seek to change it to be more like us. And this is not where the alchemy occurs. The alchemy occurs in forging a new identity in the relationship, where now you're seeing the value and you're honoring something that you yourself aren't there to do. So let's take an example, like maybe your partner works a lot and you like to relax, or you like to take care of the home and you wish they were home more. And so you nag them and you say, I wish you were home more. And You try to alter the relationship that way instead of the alchemy way, which is, I honor you for going to work. You are doing so awesome in supporting this household. I honor you. What a beautiful thing. Like, thank you so much for working so hard. Let me see how I can honor you more, and even like maybe have dinner ready for you when you come home. And in that honoring, that partner now feels seen, feels supported, feels acknowledged and appreciated, and that dynamic begins to shift, because the alchemy will naturally bring the two poles together when there's honoring, when there's appreciation, when they're seeing the purpose of. Okay, so anything you're seeking to change in your partner or in the relationship is actually the thing to honor and to value. And by so doing, that thing may change, but first it's in the appreciation. First it's in the treasuring and the honoring. And sometimes that's hard because it might seem like something that you don't want to honor, or you don't want to treasure, or you think is a negative quality. Let's say looking at other women. A lot of women don't like it when their partner looks at other women. Okay, so let's look at this in the alchemy way. What is the benefit of this? How is this a beautiful thing? Well, first of all, the partner is mirroring a lack of confidence in yourself. So the first thing to do is love about yourself, your own looks, your own beauty, and appreciate, hey, my person's actually with me and not with anyone else. So they have chosen me, even if they're looking at other people, number one. Number two, wow, my partner can really appreciate beauty in the human form, beauty of the divine feminine, beauty in grace, beauty in what is beautiful. And maybe I can learn from my partner to also notice the beauty. So by doing this, you take the charge off of it, and then the partner might actually not need to do that, or you might not even care anymore. And so that's one way where it starts to shift the dynamic, because now the alchemy has occurred. The honoring, the appreciation has occurred, which transforms the union. It's also kind of like doing shadow work. So you're looking at where might I do something that my partner doesn't like? Can I love that about myself? Like, where might I invoke jealousy in them? So this is being able to go to both sides of an issue, find yourself in both dynamics, the masculine, feminine, the receptive, the extroverted, the in and the out, the yes and the no, the black and the white, finding yourself in both so that union can occur and Kundalini can penetrate that issue and make it a unified issue rather than a dualistic or competing issue. So competition in relationship means the poles have not united. Right? That doesn't mean there can't be fun competition and like playful fighting and stuff, but I'm just saying when there is this butting heads and you think you can't find the harmony, that's actually where some alchemy can be done and where the Kundalini is trying to work on it. Now, some of those issues are ancestral, there are societal issues, they are from early childhood, and that's where doing some inner work can be helpful. Some of the other work I do, emotion code, body code, ancestral healing, past life regression type stuff, all of that stuff can be helpful in pinpointing where did this actually come from. But in the moment, if we can allow ourselves to see the benefit and to honor and appreciate that about our partner, even if society would tell us not to, then we are fast tracking the Kundalini awakening in that relationship, which means we're getting closer to union. We're unifying faster. We're becoming one. And a relationship that can unify in that way moves mountains, moves magically, harmonizes and shifts together like the wind. And the things that trigger are opportunities for acceptance and opportunities to look at our own stuff. Say your partner smokes cigarettes and you hate that about them and you wish that they didn't do that. Well, first of all, you can look at, hey, if my partner is, say it's a man doing this, the God being and I'm the goddess, right? We're this divine couple. That's what we want to be. We want to be king and queen. And this is them living into their full persona. Whether or not I think that's healthy or good for them or right or whatever is regardless. If I'm supporting them and being their full persona, then I can't decide for them what makes up that persona. I just have a soul connection. I'm just working the alchemy with them. I am supporting and honoring the sexiness that might add to their persona and giving that to them. And saying, you know what, you love that? I love that about you, and you accept all parts of yourself, even your bad boy, sexy self. I love that about you when you do that, because then you're in your full acceptance of self and you're in wholeness. And hey, you know, doing that might cause them to be like, well, I don't really care about this. Or maybe it actually is part of their persona. You know, if I look at some of the old god and goddess archetypes over the ages and through many traditions, you know, some of those gods had bad habits, so to speak, or they, you know, drank wine, or they, you know, smoked the hookah all the time, or you see their little like things in their many varied arms, or Zeus liked to be with all the ladies or whatever. Like, I don't think there's only one way to manifest your divine archetypal nature. In fact, we're all unique expressions. So if we can give that to our partner and honor that, then they can give it to us. And, you know, like our shit don't smell like roses either. We can probably look and find, where do I have a stinky habit? Where do I have something that they might not love about me? You know, where do I not keep myself clean? Or where am I not going and smelling good? You know, like, is it in the car? Is it in my bathroom? Is it, you know, I take the garbage out? Is it the way that I take care of my friendships? Whatever it is, if we can find that, then we can see that we're both doing it. We can love and honor that about ourselves, and there can be a transcendence. And that means the Kundalini rushes in, clears that place up. It doesn't mean that quality is going to disappear. It means the way you look at it changes. The third eye opening means you see through the illusion of good and bad, and you just see the pureness of the manifestation. So I just want to give you a little tidbit for the alchemy of relationship, Kundalini and relationship this week. This is posting the week of Valentine's Day, so that you can love a little bit deeper in your relationship. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this supports you. I love you. I am honored to be here on this journey with you. If I can support you in any way, please do let me know. Otherwise, much love to you and to yours. We'll see you next time.